All right, here we are again with another exciting video edition of HamptonsChatter.com. Joining me today is Bill McCuddy, who is actually responsible for a new, is it a website, Bill?
It's going to be a website about manners.
About manners.
Yeah.
And also possible a TV show as well, a tie-in TV
We've
show.
done some webisodes, very much like what we're doing here.
Okay. And Stephen Gaines, who is the premier expert in the Hamptons, author.
Also,
What
instead
else?
of saying that, well, I'm the former host of Home TV. I'm
That's
the former
true.
host. I'm a lot of former things.
We're lucky he's here.
The former host. Instead of going through all the accomplishments, we should go through the things that I left behind. The former co-chair of Authors Night.
Oh!
Anyway,
Anyway.
so yes, I'm very involved in the Hamptons. Yes, it's my life.
And are the people out here rude, or are they right? That's the proposition of this news thing.
I think the people
coming
come out here in the summer are totally rude,
Yeah.
and in a sort of a crazy way. I've never seen people so self-involved and selfish and uncaring. I mean, it's really amazing to me what happens out here in the summer. The driving, I mean, best exemplified by how dangerous it is to drive out here or to be a passenger out here. Because these people, they keep their car in garages, which, by the way, the cost of the garage is as much as a two-bedroom apartment in
the
any
city,
other place
keep
in
the
the world.
garage, yeah.
No, in the city,
Right.
in a garage out there, and then 16 weekends a year, basically, they take the car out, and they come out here, they careen around in these huge
Like Woody
things.
Allen and Annie Hall, like when he's driving
it's
for the
ridiculous,
first time.
and they don't care or what
I
they're
never
doing.
thought about that. We've
don't
talked about
accept-
this before. That really, the people who vacation out here have no idea really how to drive.
They don't. They don't.
We don't. Driving isn't one of the things that we're talking about on Right or Rude right now. It's mostly about pop culture and politics and what's happening with young people not knowing when a cell phone goes off, whether they should answer it at a funeral or not.
Ooh.
And-
Well, let's talk about cell phones in a second, so remind
Well, the genesis of this whole idea was a lovely woman named Jeannie Pearman came to me and said, "Look, I want to do something about manners." And so we got, she's in her 70s. We got or she's just 70. We got a woman in her late 40s and a young woman who's in her 20s, and we have 3 generations of women chiming in on what's right and what's rude, and they don't agree. That's what's fascinating about it. So, on any given subject, Jeannie will be one way, and Fernando's, the youngest one, will be the other way, and Carol will be someplace in the middle. And what we're finding is no one can agree on what's right and what's rude anymore. It's become, nobody teaches manners anymore, so we're sort of on our own. And
Do you know at the Maidstone Club, which is the pinnacle in East Hampton of country clubs and beautiful golf course, that cell phones are completely banned.
Right.
I mean, totally banned. If you have if your cell phone rings, or if you're seen talking on a cell phone, they will actually come over and ask you to leave.
well, they execute you. It's very old school, but it works. They actually they take you out to the
that's
ocean.
the only way. That's the only way you can enforce it. Because
Right.
Well, what do you think about cell phones? What do these ladies say?
Well, it's very interesting because Fernanda, the youngest one, says people in this day and age need to be able to communicate, and we've gotten to the point where that's how we talk to one another so much of the time. I mean, we've had a half an hour here where none of us has looked at our cell phone, and
That's
it
true,
starts to
actually, very
jones
true.
on you after a while. It's sort of sad, but Jeannie just thinks that texting is absolutely should happen once a week, and Fernanda's doing it constantly. And she says there's an economy now of young people who do business on it and have to have it on the dining room table. Or
It's not a cell phone, it's a handheld device is what they call it now, because a cell phone you would just be an annoying phone call, but now you get, all these
It's funny, we don't call anymore.
Well,
We don't really call people.
I have my emails, I have my text messages, and I have 3 different emails on my cell phone, plus my texting. And it's funny because of my business working in real estate, I think a lot of my sellers and my buyers and the people I deal with in general, they sort of freak out if you don't respond like within an hour. I think people now expect a quick response on a
And
cell
what's the
phone.
best service out here? What do you got?
I have AT&T, and I can tell you, I don't have cell phone service in my own house. I don't have cell phone
I have
service in this
AT&T in Bridgehampton, and I don't have cell phone service in my house.
What do you
I have Verizon, and I do have cell phone service. And one of the issues out here is, of course, building cell phone towers.
Right.
And they are going to put in, or they have put in a new cell phone tower in Wainscott on top of that home storage place.
Oh, they
But
got the okay to do
disguise
that?
it. That's the thing
Right.
now. You have to completely.
As a
and
palm
totally
tree, like
disguise
so
it.
many
Yeah,
palm
it's a
trees
palm
out
tree.
here in the Hamptons.
So if you
Yeah,
see a
sure.
palm tree, but actually, I do know a man that he leased property next to his house made an absolute fortune to do this, and allow them to put up a disguised cell phone tower that looks like a bunch
That's
of
a
trees.
decision a homeowner can make or a property owner can make. They can decide that
I
that's
think
okay.
so.
As long
Well,
as
he did it. I know this is
Well,
true.
it must-
I went and I saw it.
It must not have been an AT&T tower.
No.
it's not helping.
So-
Because it's not helping me.
But you're going to get phone calls from AT&T now offering you a year's free service.
If AT&T wants to offer me service for a change, I'll be happy to take it. Thank
For
you.
a change.
This show makes no bones about taking free stuff. Here are the restaurants we like. Here's the car I want.
And before we wrap up, just a reminder, like your Facebook page, Right or Rude.
Right or Rude. Right or Rude on Facebook.
Make sure you check it out.
Thanks.
And Stephen, as always,
Thank you for having me.
thank you for coming by.
Thanks for
Thanks. It was a
having
lot of fun. Thanks.
I'll send you a thank you note.
Thank you. We're all good. Bye.